Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the class of 1923 arena. Drexel University Hockey's home ice as they take on NYU in a non-conference matchup. Good evening, everybody. Bob Long here to bring you the broadcast on the Drexel Hockey Network. This, while not a conference game, is a rivalry, make no mistake. Last year, NYU traveled here for 2 games. Those games were chippy. Those games were intense. These are 2 of the better teams that you'll see at ACHA D1 level. NYU coming off a weekend where they took down Syracuse, who was ranked number 18 at the time. In 2 consecutive games, NYU, just at the cusp of that top 25, have yet to find their way into the top 25. Drexel, number 19 in the country, trying to hold that and improve their resume with an early big win against NYU. Let's take you now to the ice as it's time for puck drop, and we are underway. Drexel dressed in the home gold uniforms, NYU dressed in white. This comes right to the line and kept in, and a great play there by Nick Urbani. That pass finds its way through to Hagen, and he's unable to corral it. This one whipped back behind by Reagan Wartz, the defender for NYU, chipped along the side boards. Urbani pokes it forward. This one slid back behind the net. Wick gets a stick on it, and a very quick change for NYU. Thrown up the ice, here's Hagen. Hagen is just going to dump it behind as Drexel now gets a change. Tyler Black on the puck as he defends it. It's whipped around by NYU. Wick goes down back behind the net. Fortunate there, and Cameron Neely is able to control it. This one pumped forward but not out. Back behind the net, NYU turns on it. Black, good work there. And behind there, Gianluca Travia, who shoves it along the side boards. Early pressure here for NYU. And Travia comes up with it, flips it. That came right onto Wick. He needed to make a save. Not out of trouble yet. Brought right on, takes a shot, and Jeremy Wick is there for the save. One more look at this one. Here's Travia. And Wick has to be standing at attention. A tremendous play to be alert. NYU got a couple more chances. Wick, staying on that near side post, is going to close the door. 18:47 to play here in the first period. It's scoreless. Here comes Drexel, Jamie Crane. Crane pushes it forward, takes a hip check, and continues forward. He's back behind the net with Eugene Lim, who turns on the puck as he's forced into the boards there by Parker Richards. 2 Dragons are in there as Richards continues to work for the NYU defense. Referees imploring the players to move the puck, and now Crane does so with the kick of the puck while the stick was no longer there. Eugene Lim on the near side boards. He loses an edge and goes down. Aaron Carmichael's in there. Pinching on it, number 12, Brett Coleman for Drexel, and they keep it in the zone. And finally fired all the way down, and that will go wide of net. Good work by Jeremy Wick, and it will be an icing. Here's the tail end of that fight on the boards. Drexel looking to keep it, and NYU, I think at that point, happy to just let that one go. And Jeremy Wick, again, a great job to get right on that post and give the Dragons an opportunity in their offensive zone. Here's the face-off. The captain, Patrick McGinley, is in the box there and can't win the face-off, but Drexel continues to fight here offensively. Zane Reynolds, who came up from the D2 team last year, is going to be a key part of this team this year. He is lightning quick as NYU dumps it deep. Kurzenabe now one touch at the line from Reynolds. This one flipped back. It will come on net and force a cover-up from Patrick Cavanaugh. The first touch from the netminder for NYU. Standing at 5'10", 170 pounds. He's played 3 games, won 2, lost 1. Given up 2.6 goals per game, a save percentage of .920. And this one, we will do it again. As Cavanaugh covers up. First chance to take a look at our sky cam here on the Drexel Hockey Network. We'll get a bird's eye view of this one. back behind the net. And here comes NYU the other way. Kurzenabe plays it forward. And a whistle here offside. Faceoff comes outside the zone. It's won here by Drexel. Christopher Hagan turns on it. Good pass there. One touch by Weller, and it does come on net, covered up once again by Kavanaugh. And early on, certainly it's Drexel putting the pressure on him, but Kavanaugh not too comfortable playing that with the stick. After that touch from Weller, he says, you know what, I'm just going to cover this one up. Can Drexel turn that into a scoring opportunity off a faceoff? This one kept in here by Drexel, now comes right back out. Black. Here's Eugene Lim. That one goes off the face mask of Kavanaugh. Kept in the zone. Gianluca Travia, that one got all the way through. Went just wide. They'll try it again. Eugene Lim from the dot. Makes one miss, puts it just wide. Great chances early here for Drexel. Aaron Carmichael back behind the net now, and he gives that one away. Good pinch that time by Black, and he takes a big hit for his troubles. Right in front, and safely secured back behind the net by NYU, and they will finally clear. Aaron Carmichael wins the race against Reagan Wartz. Dropped off there for Crane, and a good stick there by NYU. Wyeth Cool, his first shift on the ice here tonight, as he'll wheel it back behind. Gianluca Travia overskated it and now gets it back. That pass was whipped a little bit too strong. Fight for possession here, and Drexel comes up with it. Defensemen lead the break, and Gianluca Travia pushed that one just a bit behind number 9, Zane Reynolds. Travia, he'll try it again. Reynolds, one touch, up for the captain, Patrick McGinley. Along the near side boards, Reynolds was in there as well, but turned away by NYU, and here they come up the ice. Turning on it now, Brandon Ritchie, and he gives it away. This is Nick Castura, the forward, as he pumps it back behind the net. There's the first stick work we've seen from Kavanaugh, and comes out to the neutral zone. Full change here for Drexel, as NYU comes with a full head of steam, but a bad giveaway there. Here's an opportunity for Kyle Fiore. Fiore lightning quick, the little guy gets down in the area of the puck, but a great play there by NYU. That pass a little bit long, but the race to the dot, no. NYU is not going to like that one. I thought the race to the dot was won by NYU. Referee says otherwise, and the icing will bring it back. It's going to be Brett Coleman, number 12, that we're looking at. And boy, that one was close. Faceoff's coming to center ice. 15-11 to play here in this first period. It's scoreless between Drexel and NYU. Puck flipped high over the stick of Cameron Neely. They wave this off. No icing as Elias Cohen is back to get it, and they turn it over. Back to the point. That shot is blocked there. Kept in for the time being by Connor Kurzenabe. Now back behind the net, Andrew Williamson is able to pop it forward for NYU. Back to get it, Connor Kurzenabe, who one touches it over to Christopher Hagan. Hagan right at the line. That one is sticked wide there by the goaltender, Patrick Kavanaugh. A good hit there, and maybe not so good after all. Penalty there called against Christopher Hagan. Here's another look at that hit, tail end of it. And into the boards. Boarding called against Christopher Hagan, and it's a 2-minute minor at 14:30 here to play in the first period, scoreless. NYU controlled the faceoff. Drexel got it back but could not clear. Great job by Reagan Wartz to keep that one in at the point. Tyler Black got hit there, and now turning with it is number 9 for Drexel, Zane Reynolds, who pumps it all the way down. Patrick McGinley skates onto it. Reagan Wartz flips it behind, but McGinley able to waste some precious seconds with the mere pressure that he provided. They're looking to switch the ice, and now a race for the puck. Adam Peck back behind. Gianluca Travi got the first touch. Reynolds will swing it again up to Wartz. Wartz nifty in between the legs. They'll throw it to the dot. That one whipped across, and nobody was there at the weak side. Drexel's going to try to get a very quick change. Perhaps an opportunity here for NYU. Wartz. Black stays right with him defensively. NYU a shot that's blocked and goes up into the netting. We'll get a stoppage here at 13:34 to play in the first period. For over 125 years, Drexel University has been uniting academia and industry to empower the next generation of leaders. Enroll in graduate and executive education programs at our Drexel University LeBeau College of Business. This one kept in by NYU, 13:27 here to play. 5-on-4 hockey for NYU for the next minute as Wick snatches that one out of the air. Another look at this one. As NYU's going to get a decent look, but a stick in there defensively pops high and into the catching glove of the netminder Jeremy Wick. Urbani plays it back. A one-timer goes well wide and hits the backside of the cage. Urbani in there again, but NYU with possession. This one jammed back towards the top. In the slot, dropped back to the point, sliding forward to the top of the circle. They'll work it back one more time. Here's Aiden Wright sending it back behind the net. Isaac Che, one-time shot. Jeremy Wick makes the save, and a quick whistle as he's able to cover it up. Pretty good build-up that time by NYU as they spaced the ice well, moved the puck around, and were able to get a pretty decent look at the weak side post. But Jeremy Wick, lightning quick, over to that post and gobbles it up. Clock reads 12 minutes, 49 seconds, 20 seconds on the power play for NYU. Face-off one again. Here is Aiden Wright playing it back for Giancarlo Pocontesta. One-time shot again. There's Jeremy Wick. And some extracurriculars as they're none too pleased. And it looks like one of the referees is calling a penalty. Here's the tail end of it. It's going down on the play. Was Connor Kurzenabe for Drexel. And so we have a penalty called. Mac Bryce, a 2-minute minor. It'll be 4-on-4 hockey for the next 10 seconds, at which case Christopher Hagen will come back out onto the ice, and it'll be Drexel 5-on-4. He anxiously awaits at the penalty box. Quick shot wide there from Schickling. Eugene Lim at the point, makes one miss. Lim drops it off at the front door. Weak side shot. Carmichael whiffed on it. Sent back in front. There's still an opportunity, and they scramble for it until the net comes off its moorings. One more look. Great play there by Eugene Lim. Schickling drops it across, and Carmichael just didn't get as much on it as he wanted to. 12:22 to play. Now 5-on-4. And there's 1:43 left on the penalty to number 22, Mac Bryce for NYU. Cavanaugh tips it to the backside and sent all the way down past the outstretched stick of Nick Urbani. Eugene Lim and Nick Urbani back there. It'll be Urbani to take it. Lim plays that one through for Schickling, but that goes off his stick. Lim, speedy, able to get back there and keep that out of harm's way as James Orrin was right on him for NYU. 11:50 to play, 70 seconds left on this power play. Urbani Skates it into the zone all by himself, drops it off and gets it right back at the slot. That wrister didn't get all the way through. NYU turns on it and will feed it back into the Drexel defensive zone. That one played ahead, and this is going to be an icing. No, they waved that icing off. Surprised to see that call, and now here an opportunity for Drexel on the near side boards, but popped forward. NYU has been good on this power play. It was a lone chance about 20 seconds in for Aaron Carmichael, but it has been clearances and not many shooting opportunities here for Drexel thus far. 27 seconds left on the man advantage. Here's Kyle Weller. Weller spins on it, plays it back for Tyler Black. Black's pass beyond the stick of Christopher Hagan. McGinley is back there. This a potent offensive 5 out there for the next 13 seconds for Drexel as they have a man advantage. McGinley back behind the net, fired it forward, nobody there. Only 4 seconds left. And NYU has killed off their first penalty kill of the evening. 10:37 to play. We're still scoreless here in the first period. Reynolds able to chip that one forward, but pumped right back in here. Here's Mac Bryce. Bryce sends it right in front. A shot was blocked there and up into the glass. Gianluca Travia tracking back. And they needed that one as NYU built a really nice counter rush. And you see the speed and the ability of this NYU team that knocked off a really good Syracuse team twice last weekend. Jarrett Ortiz in the face-off circle for Drexel. And he's able to control the face-off. Another guy that played at the D2 level last year and impressed so much that Kyle Zolde and the staff called him up this year. Travia flips that one up. Pretty cheeky little play there from Gianluca Travia. On the near side boards, it's sent back in. Tyler Black first to get it. Boy, good eyes up ice there from Black. Here's Cameron Neely. Neely pumps it into the zone back behind the net. Fiore drops it right in front. That goes off the skate of Ortiz. Travia again drops that one back behind the net. Fiore sends in front, nobody there. Travia can't get there. A spinning clearance that time from number 8, Scott Mulligan for NYU. What a pass there, got to the tape of Carmichael, could not quite control it. They'll try it again as Travia flips it into the neutral zone, dropped back, and NYU pumps it back behind the net. Wick thought about going to get it. Instead, it is Travia turning on it now. Make that Eugene Lim back behind the net. Tyler Black in there as well. Between Black and Lim, NYU outsizing Drexel on this forecheck, whipping it in front. Jeremy Wick needed to be there to make a save, and he did. Parker Richards back behind the net for NYU, as is Brian Zaffino. Sent across, nobody there. Nice defensive play there by Aaron Carmichael to get his stick down and into the passing lane. It allows Drexel to get a change. 8:44 to play in a scoreless first period. This is high-level hockey being played at the class of 1923 arena as Wyeth Cool calmly sends it back behind the net. And now a 2-on-1. Aaron Carmichael has it. Carmichael sends it across. A diving stop there from NYU. Puck is still loose. And the net came off the moorings. So we'll get a face-off, but a great counter rush here from Drexel, led by Carmichael. And really a tremendous defensive play there for NYU. You see the net come loose there. But to prevent that pass coming across the crease in a dangerous spot, and NYU lives to see another day. Referees having a discussion with the NYU bench. Aaron Carmichael kicked out of the circle. And Drexel able to corral it, pump it back behind the net. Eugene Lim pancaked into the backboards. Two bodies down on the ice. Elias Cohen down as well. And a penalty has been called with 8:14 to play. And this one is going to go against Drexel. It's going to be number 9, Zane Reynolds, to the penalty box for the first time here this evening. Second time for the Dragons that they have to kill off a penalty. Adam Peck can't win the faceoff for NYU. That one batted out of the air, and NYU is not going to want to touch it. Can't believe there's no hand pass, and now there is. It was simply a delay in the whistle. Let's take another look if we can. It's a really nice job to keep that puck in. Of course, now you're going to need Drexel to touch it, and no reason for the Dragons to do that. Faceoff comes back out of the circle, and it's won by NYU. Just 12 seconds have ticked off the power play for NYU thus far. Urbani, wow, that was dangerous. Right in front, popped forward. What a great play by Nathan Runk. See if we can get a look at this one as NYU waits to bring it up the ice. Here's one more look, and just threading the needle was Runk. And Runk still making life difficult for NYU as he forces Pocantesta back behind the net. Precious time elapsing here on this power play. Peck plays it forward. This one carried in, thought that was offside, no call, no matter. Drexel fires it all the way down the ice. 1 minute left on the penalty kill for Drexel as Zane Reynolds continues to sit in the penalty box. Seven minutes left in the period. Bob Long on play-by-play, Mike Crisafulli on camera, and doing a great job this evening. Now an opportunity for NYU, the shot right off the post. Can they get one more look? 30 seconds left, still time. Great one time and a beautiful stop. Jeremy Wick flashing the leather. Great passing, one touch on both times by NYU, creates the shooting lane. It'll come right back to him, right in front, point blank range. Jeremy Wick says absolutely not. 6:41 to play, 28 seconds left on this power play. Again, a face-off won by NYU. A one-time shot saved there by Jeremy Wick through a whole lot of traffic. Tapped ahead, Zane Reynolds just out of the box. Turns on the Jets, forces it back behind the net. A good stick lift there, making it difficult on the NYU defense, and he continues to work hard. Great work from Reynolds just coming out of the box and showing that value as he races to the bench. It was Crane serving the penalty as he comes out of the box now with 6:10 to play. Jumped forward, Tyler Black carries back behind the net, turns it over. That one came through about 3 defenders, including Travia, who was down. Turning on it now, Jamie Crane. Crane plays forward. Aaron Carmichael with some patience drops it behind for Eugene Lim. Lim for Crane. Crane along the boards and back behind the net as two Dragons come off the ice. Urbani tries to shove it across the boards. Crane there loses it. This one flipped high and out of the zone, and I don't believe that one was tipped, but college rules, low boards, not a penalty like you would see at the NHL level. 5:31 to play. NYU has registered 9 shots, the Drexel Dragons 5, but the big one is the 2 zeros on the scoreboard. Cole Donovan kicked out of the faceoff circle for NYU, and this one lifted high, will come up short of icing. Kurzenabe back there to get it. Jamie Crane has it now. Boy, a high press here from NYU as they're making it difficult for Drexel to possess and pass their way out of their defensive zone. Wick comes out to get it. Pretty good stick work that time from the netminder for Drexel. Coming up on 5 minutes to play in this first period. and perhaps an opportunity on the counter, but at the end of a long shift, Jamie Crane will just fire it down, and Drexel gets a few men to the bench. Parker Richards tries to go with the backhand, cannot. In there is David Rosales, and played back to number 4, Elias Cohen. Cohen's pass was tipped, and now nobody can finally gain possession. Now it's going to be Nick Urbani back behind the net as Drexel looks to clear. Wyeth Kuhl taken down on the play, and nice poke there by Kyle Weller. Kuhl plays it forward. Good strength on that puck. Drexel stays onside. It rolls over Hagen's stick, so he'll play it back to the point. One-time shot comes all the way through. And a nice save there as Brett Coleman fired it. Kavanaugh saw a lane and caught it clean. There's the tail end of that one as we get it blown dead after the Coleman shot from the point. 4:10 to play, first period. Andrew Williamson kicked out of the circle. Patrick McGinley in there for Drexel. NYU able to move it into the neutral zone, play it across, and beyond the outstretched stick of Richie Doherty, so he's going to lose possession. But comes right in front for Doherty again. Can't pull the trigger. Sent right across the blue paint. Nobody there for NYU. Flipped back behind, and McGinley has it now. McGinley, a shifty pass. Here comes Zane Reynolds. Reynolds is hit hard on the play. Drops right across. Castura tried to find Reynolds, and Reynolds was on his back at the time. 3:33 to play. First period, still scoreless here on the Drexel Hockey Network. Long pass touched up there by Castura, and he will come to the bench. This is Giancarlo Pocantesta. Flip forward by Ortiz, caught there and brought down by Reagan Wartz. Wartz gets all the way through. Wartz brings it back, and Tyler Black stays with his man. A great defensive play. And here comes Cameron Neely the other way. Neely feeds it across. Ortiz is back there along the backboards. Neely sent right in front, and it had to be sticked there by Kavanaugh as Ortiz was in the mix, and now Kavanaugh covers up. Another look at this one. Neely is going to flip this one through, and Ortiz was on the doorstep. A poke check there by the goaltender Kavanaugh. Stick, and the defenseman came up from behind him. You're going to catch this tail end of it here. Down he goes. Pretty easy call. Unfortunate there, as that was not the intent.
Penalty against Drexel, number 19 for Toronto. 2-minute penalty against NYU against number 8. Attention all fans, if you're in the apparel sales team and lost a wallet, please head down there now. Once again, we are having a chocolate fundraiser tonight. Buy a product on our apparel sales team downstairs. The closest person to the pump to the center after the second period will win a free t-shirt. Head down to the Drexel University Untitled Apparel Sales Service to buy a product now.
Intermission here on the Drexel Hockey Network, and we have Nathan Runk with us here in studio. Nathan, how are you? Thanks so much for coming on, and boy, looking forward to a big-time season here in 2019-2020.
I'm feeling pretty good. This off-season definitely helped a lot just to get back into things. Definitely been working out a lot just to keep in hockey shape, but I'm looking forward to just getting together with the boys again, getting to wake up early and practice. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, we're sitting here at tryouts, I guess this technically is.
Training camp.
Training camp in the fall. Break us down, if you could, what this time frame means. Obviously, you guys are just getting back together after the summer. How key are these next couple weekends for you guys to kind of filter through what will then be chemistry for the season?
I think they're crucial. I think with training camp, it's just to get your legs back. And tryouts, you really just got to show what you got. But then once the teams are picked, I think the first couple weeks are just obviously to get together, catch up, like if you haven't seen somebody for like the off season, but like we get things started pretty quickly, so we really just have to be all business, just focus in on like our overall goal, which is to get the nationals and to win our first game there.
Well, that's a great segue. We've been talking. One of the constants of these interviews is talking about that experience down there in Dallas, and it was a tremendous comeback effort, a really good experience, I would guess, for you guys. Yeah. What did that mean for the team, and how do you feel that, though that was months ago, is going to carry forward over the course of this season?
Well, I think it just shows that we can compete with anybody as long as we just bond together. I mean, especially in that third period, that was probably one of the best periods of hockey our team has played. So I think we can definitely build off of that into this new season.
That's great. No, that's great. And so for you then as well, continuing to step up into a role with the departures of some of the seniors last year, including Dylan, who was, a tremendous player, and Jim, who kind of anchored that backside there. What does the role look like for you, but then also some of the other younger guys that are stepping up into veteran roles now?
I'd say with me, like the biggest thing that I can bring is just like physicality to the game and also just like speed. Obviously, last season wasn't great when it came to scoring. I'm looking to step that up a little bit. But I think with a lot of the rookies too, they need to, I guess, accept the role that they're in, but don't be satisfied with it. Try and get better and try and get into a better role than what they start out with. I think to keep a positive mindset definitely helps as well.
So who, now to the fun ones here, who's the funniest player on the hockey team and why?
I'd have to go with Fior just because he's my line mate. So
he's got a couple votes already.
Yeah, I mean, just being on the bench with him, like we could have a bad shift or something, but he always knows what to say to keep the mood light and just to go back out there and want to do better. Definitely last year, he helped me a lot because I had a couple tough games, but he kept me positive.
That's great. And then who's the most, I struggle with the correct adjective, but let's say profound. Who's the most profound player in the team and who really kind of makes you think, whether that's good or bad?
I'd probably say Chris Hagen. He always keeps me on my toes. I mean, whatever he says, like I have to be ready for it, have to have a pretty good response or else he's going to let me hear it.
And then which coach, how do I ask this? They're all going to hear this. Which coach is the most, which coach is the easiest to like make fun of? Let's put it that way. What are the things that the coaches do that you guys are making fun of in the locker room, all in good fun, of course?
I'd probably just say Derek. I mean, he's kind of the shy type. I know we let him hear it during the intermissions and at the end of the game because he's not a talkative guy. Like he doesn't really say much, but it's all in good fun. I mean, nothing personal.
That's all about building the character of a team and chemistry. So that's why I asked the question. But it's things folks want to hear when they're getting to know you guys and watching you guys every week. So appreciate the time, Nathan. Best of luck with the season. Thanks for coming on. With head coach Kyle Zoldi on the Drexel Hockey Network. Kyle, another great season last year all the way to the national tournament and one heck of a fight against Oklahoma in that first game. Tell me about 2019-2020, what the expectations are, and what you guys learned from last year's campaign.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, certainly proud of the effort last year. We fell one goal short of our one goal, which is a little ironic. We're still searching for that first national tournament win, but couldn't be prouder of the effort and just the never quit mentality that you guys, anybody who watched that game saw in the third period. So certainly proud of that. And I think, heading into this year, expectations are right kind of where we left off, pick up where we left off. The preseason rankings just came out. So we're ranked number 23rd in the country to start, which is another program best. And, I think we're excited about some of the prospects we have coming in. Certainly lose some key pieces in some of our senior leadership from last year, but I think we have a young core that's ready to assume the responsibilities and, again, win our conference is our first goal and get another shot at a national tournament victory. So
these interviews, Kyle, will be seen amongst other places during Drexel Hockey Network broadcasts. And
yes, sir.
They're going to be seeing some brand new digs for you guys.
Yeah.
Class of 1923 Arena.
Absolutely.
Walk us through the process throughout the summer, where you expect that to be by game one, and then more so what folks are going to see on a game-by-game basis at the new digs for Drexel Hockey.
Yeah, no, we're super excited. It's been a little bit of a headache over the offseason, just having to move out of our home rink and get all of the equipment and everything that we've kind of built into our locker room area there out so they could get these renovations done for us. But in the end, it's going to be great. They've replaced all the roofing, brand new lighting. It's supposed to be up to the NCAA standards, so that should be good for you from a streaming perspective. It's going to look really good for the viewers at home. All new boards, all new glass, new sound system. So yeah, we're really excited. I think it's going to be a really great viewing experience from streaming wise, and then obviously coming to the games and seeing it live, it's going to be a good atmosphere for sure.
So for somebody that might be watching this right now, game one, game two, some of the early games, and think I really want to get myself over there and see these guys in person. What would you say to a Drexel student or just generally folks in Philadelphia that want to get involved with this program?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we try to have a pretty strong social media following and, do our best to showcase and, present the team on there. So we certainly have all the schedules posted on there for folks to figure out what day time works best for them. It's typically Saturday nights are our home game slots. So if you're looking for something to do, 7:30 on a Saturday. For our students, it's right on campus. And we have, now 60-plus players in the program. So I think, just from friends and family of them, the word's starting to spread amongst campus and, to your point, in the Philadelphia community as well. So.
Always difficult to replace captains in a senior class. You guys had a special one last year.
Absolutely.
Most winning class in the history of the program. Now you're going to engender a whole new group of seniors that are going to be the veterans and leaders on this team.
Absolutely.
What would you say to them heading into this year?
Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, you can't replace guys, especially your leaders, what they do just from an intangible perspective, the leadership they bring, the maturity they bring, showing guys the right way to do things on and off the ice. But I think that they have done such a good job of, presenting what we expect to our younger guys in the past that, Mike Churchavara, Pat McGinley, Jamie Crane, which will be our leadership core for this year, have seen the right way to do things and are ready to assume that responsibility and kind of pick up right where we left off. So, that notion of working hard, respecting your teammates, respecting each other, that's instilled in everybody that we bring in, and they're ready to continue to showcase that, I think.
So Kyle Zolde here, the head coach of Drexel Hockey. You see him behind the bench, dressed up all nice with the suit and tie.
It's a nice shirt you got there, buddy.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
all swagged out here with the UIH material.
Yes,
but
sir.
Folks may not know a lot about Kyle Zolde besides what they see behind the bench. So in your own words, your journey to this point as the head coach obviously comes from your playing days at Drexel, but how does Kyle Zolde find himself as the head coach behind the bench right now?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of fell into my lap coming out of the playing days at Drexel, as you alluded to. I was ready to kind of step away from the game after playing, and it just so happened at the time that our head coach had taken another opportunity down in the Virginia area. So the head coach role was open. The school asked me to kind of come in and interview for it, and was offered the position. That was back in 2013, 14, and here we are 7 years later, kind of running with it. And along the way, we've had some really good assistant coaches come through, many of which have stayed, and we've been able to build the staff to extend into the Division II program as well. We have a really strong presence of alumni that have come back and wanting to devote their time to coaching and continuing to grow the program, which I just think speaks volumes, right? That they want to come back and give back after their playing days are up as well. So yeah, 7 years later, here we are. Program's at its peak right now, but still hungry for that next level, I think.
All right, so let's get to some fun ones here.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how many of these you can answer, but let's start with, if you had to pick one guy who's the funniest guy on this hockey team, who would it be and why?
I think Josh Sklar has a very big personality. He's always somebody who, whether it's an outrageous suit to a home game or, experimenting with the facial hair, he always has something to keep the boys laughing and entertained. And I think the coaches get a kick out of it as well. So he's got quite the personality on him.
The messiest player on the team on road trips and wherever that may take you.
The messiest player on road trips. I don't know about that one, to be honest. We ride the guys pretty hard on cleaning up after themselves, so I think I'm proud to say that I can't pick a name out for that one, Bob.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
That's good.
So.
Whether that's true or not, or if he's just deflecting
exactly.
the question, we'll let the viewers decide.
Exactly.
All right, Coach. Well, hey, don't want to take too much of your time,
No, I
but
appreciate
appreciate you coming on and giving some insight on the program, and we're looking forward to another great year with Drexel Hockey Network.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Bob.
Intermission here on the Drexel Hockey Network. We have alt captain Pat McGinley with
sir.
us here. Congratulations on that honor.
Thank you.
And how has that been over the off season, growing into this role?
Good. I'm ready for this year. I'm ready to step up. I'm just really ready to play as a team. Step up and the goal is to go back to Dallas this year. That's what we're all wanting to do. We have some unfinished business. We're ready to get back at it. We've been working hard in the off season. Everybody's been in the gym, been running, getting the wind up. So we're ready to go.
What was that like, going down to Dallas and being involved in a national tournament, everything that goes along with that, from on the ice to off the ice, and that entire, we'll call it, business trip for you guys down there?
Yeah, definitely. Dallas was one of the greatest experiences I've had. I've never been to a national tournament. Like, just playing on like a stage like that was so crazy. Just being in such a different environment and like seeing so many good teams, the competition that's out there is just crazy. And getting to go out there with the boys was just such a fun experience. We're hoping to do it again this year. One
of the things that I admired about your team last year when I saw you guys and broadcast your games is that you guys obviously had a lot of firepower in your top line, but the depth of the lines is what I could see. And you could just throw bodies out there, and a lot of teams in the league that you played just could not match that depth. Yeah. What do you see this year? I've talked to the coaches. They're talking about an influx of talent and further strengthening that depth. Yeah, definitely. We got a lot of promising freshmen coming in. Like you said, we have a really good core group of guys that I think we're going to all stay together and continue to do great things. And we're going into this year positive, and we're going to get back at it. So, any games that are circled on the calendar this year? Well, like I said, we have some unfinished business with Navy, definitely. Westchester, we're definitely coming for them. But other than that, we're not underestimating anyone. We're going to get back out there and give everyone our best shot. So your head coach had trouble with a couple of these questions, but we're going to do some rapid fire in terms of your teammates. Who's the funniest guy on the team? Oh, God. All right. Funniest guy? Somebody sitting in this room off camera? Oh, maybe. I might have to go with my man Carms over here. Kyle Fiore is also a guy who's up there. Anything that comes out of his mouth, I'm always just cracking up. I have to go Carms or Fiore on that one. And what is it about those guys? They bring great energy, lots of focus, lots of energy, as Carms always says. They're positive guys. They always uplift everyone in the locker room. They keep it light, so that's what we like. This one legitimately left your head coach speechless. Oh, man. Who is the messiest guy? Welcome back inside Class of 1923 Arena. This is the Drexel Hockey Network. And once again, Bob Long here with you in studio. So it was one heck of a first period. Drexel played some pretty good hockey, but it was once again special teams that caused life to be a little bit more difficult. Some odd man opportunities for NYU, some good counters, and most recently some power plays. We're going to get about 11 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey, and then Drexel gets the opportunity to go on the power play for about a minute. Let's see if they can make that happen, and let's see if they can put one in the back of the net. Should be a great period here. Both teams can really skate, and I'm excited to see where this game goes. You're looking at two top caliber teams at the ACHA D1 level, and two teams that know each other pretty well, don't really like each other. It's going to make for a great second and third period. We'll take you now to the ice for puck drops here to begin the second period.
say $50 why not do it?
I really just I explained it in my
Gambia comes up with it and just offside. We'll get one more look at this one. Keep an eye on Fiore on the bottom of your screen. He's going to try to drag that left skate and just offside. Good save by the netminder from NYU. Some trouble in the middle of the ice, and now Crane takes advantage. A quick odd man rush, and I think makes the proper decision to try to risk that one by Kavanaugh, but Kavanaugh saw Richie, because that could have been and was a quality counter opportunity for NYU. And you see the top of your screen, Richie, no chance. Both of them were offsides as Donovan raced for the blue line. Upper 90, but it's all about this backhanded pass, sliding it through two defenders. And then Zane Reynolds makes no mistake from there. Drexel is on the board. Impressive work from Curzon at the bottom of your screen. A good stick handler out of the defense started here tonight for Drexel and puts a lot of pressure on an opposing defense. Able to overlap there in the offensive position. You really need that on into the zone. Shot comes right on and saved. Coleman. It's Carmichael here with the good face-off win as we take a look at the replay. And it allowed Coleman to take the shot. Shot at that side of his block by
And that's really for Drexel. Number 9, assisted
right
by
back
number
in
5
front,
and
and
number
Williamson, I
13.
don't think that was number 12 made a point, sent it across for Williamson, and boy, if he does get that touch, Jeremy Wick is going to be in a tough spot to make that save, but nonetheless, goes up into the boards. 9-5. the second goal, and another beautiful pass from the defense by Drexel. McGinley. That's just an unbelievable drop-off. No chance for Kavanaugh. And the Drexel Dragons lead 8 minutes left in the period. Drexel leads 2-0. Excellent drop-off there by Patrick McGinley for Zane Reynolds, who scores his second goal of the night. Jeremy Wick will cover up, 7:27 to play. 2-0 Drexel leads. That shot goes wide of the net. And pumped high all the way down the ice. It will be an icing coming back the other way. Played along the near side boards. Flipped up high by number 12 for Drexel, Brett Coleman. Trying to punch it out, and they will. Could have been too many men on the ice, and Drexel's making that argument right now as that hit the leg of a player trying to get off the ice for NYU. Turning on it now, Andrew Williamson. Williamson, and now up to number 18, Frank Horowitz, unable to clear. Now they do. Good work there by Aaron Carmichael. Jim Schickling, Jamie Crane takes the shot into the catching glove of Patrick Kavanaugh. Kyle Weller takes the face off for Drexel. Still a fight for possession and poked out of the zone by NYU. Tyler Black turns on it. .6:04 to play here in the second period. It is Drexel 2, NYU nothing on 2 goals from Zane Reynolds. Gianluca Travia delivers a big hit south of the goal line. Dropped right in front, could not put that shot on net. Drexel collapsed in the defense a bit. What a block there by Travia. Schickling was in there as well, trying to take away the angle. Jeremy Wick came up with the save as they try for the wraparound. Drexel carrying up the ice as NYU looks for a change. Padded there by Kavanaugh. Christopher Hagan got in there and trying to make life difficult as Drexel is in on the forecheck. Weller and Hagan. But it is played forward into the neutral zone. Good play by Eugene Lim to lift the stick. Drexel onside. Eugene Lim with a play, and that one just wide and high. Covered up there by Kavanaugh. .451 to play, second period. Drexel with a 2-0 lead. Face-off controlled by NYU and flipped back behind the net by Brian Tacone. That one goes off the skate of NYU, an opportunity for Crane, and now Carmichael who whips it just high. That comes right in front. Eugene Lim just high as he tried to wrist that one into the upper 90. Crane overskates it. He'll control it as he skates back into his own defensive zone. Crane nearly taken off the puck, and now indeed so. Crane's going to get it back and cleared into the neutral zone. Here's Nick Urbani playing up for Aaron Carmichael. New men on the ice for Drexel on the far side of the ice. As Carmichael pulls it up, flip back behind the net as Nick Castura chases after it. Cleared by Brandon Ritchie. Drexel possession in the neutral zone. Here's Zane Reynolds playing it forward for Patrick McGinley. McGinley drops it back, and that is just offside. Castura could not quite get there. It was the right idea. And just a little bit offside. Reynolds turns with the puck. Castura in there, as is Jamie Crane. An offensive-minded lineup here. Wyeth Kuhl takes the shot, that just wide. Castura fighting against two NYU defenders on the forecheck. Flipped high along the boards. Kuhl chose to pinch, and back there to bail him out is Brett Coleman, who plays it across. This one will stay in the rink. Good play forward there by Castura. Castura drops it back. Kuhl is there to get it. Top of the circle, shoots it. The rebound, a block there in front by NYU. First save by Kavanaugh. Second, he needed that block as he was out of position. Kuhl tries to take down Richards, who stays with the puck but then lost it. Castura's had a lot of ice time, and he gets one more shot at it. As now he goes for a change, that'll come into the catching glove of Jeremy Wick. And we'll get a stoppage with 2:33 to play here in the second period. Pumped to the backboards by NYU, 2:20 to play. 2-0 lead here for Drexel. Zane Reynolds scored the 2 goals. Cam Neely pulls it back. Gianluca Travia in a foot race. He's going to get there first. Neely plays it up for Fiore, and Fiore drops it back for Tyler Black. Black to the red line, pushes forward, and he gets in there himself. In there on the forecheck, as is Kyle Fiore, Cameron Neely. In there as well, James Long defensively for NYU, desperately looking for a clearance. Will not happen. A long shot blockered wide by Kavanaugh. Fiore, great look for Black. Black shot blocked right off his stick. Great play by number 17, James Orn. Played back behind the net. Nathan Runk overruns it, and now NYU plays it forward. It will be James Orn. Orn back behind the net. Jim Schickling in there defensively looking to clear. Up to the point. That shot is blocked by Schickling. Here comes Kyle Weller. Weller plays it forward past the stick of Schickling. Hagen flips it up to himself. Tried to drop it in front, and NYU is going to have an opportunity to carry it forward. Scott Mulligan This is a 3-on-2 and a great play by Nick Urbani. A shot comes all the way through. Traffic there, but Jeremy Wick stayed home. And now a clearance by Drexel. Really good shift from Nick Urbani here. 34 seconds left in the second period. Urbani turns back behind the net, so strong on that puck as he's taken down. No call there. And a big stick out there by Kurzenabe. A shot does come all the way through. Jeremy Wick covers up. And we'll get a face-off with 18 seconds left in the period. This is going to come through some traffic. Take a deflection as well. And Jeremy Wick calmly covers up. Face-off with 15 seconds now left in the period. Still looking for possession, and now NYU comes up with it. A penalty coming up. Drexel needs a touch, and they're not going to get it before the end of the period, so that penalty will begin in the third period. A hook called against Drexel, but it has been a successful 20 minutes here for the Dragons. A 2-goal cushion, led by Zane Reynolds, who scored them both. The first, an excellent pass from the defenseman Nick Urbani to the far side of the ice. Second time, another beautiful pass, but it came to McGinley. It ended up being 2-on-0. McGinley got right to the doorstep, made the goaltender Cavanaugh make a commitment. He did, and dropped it off to the weak side where Zane Reynolds was, and he did not miss. End of the second period. Drexel 2, NYU nothing. For over 125 years, Drexel University has been uniting academia and industry to empower the next generation of leaders. Enroll in graduate and executive education programs at Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business and join over 40,000 alumni who are transforming their careers and industry. Learn more at drexellebeau.com.
30 seconds to 35 onto the ice.
Looks like we got a little something fun here as well. It's puck throw. So everybody's going to try to throw to a target, center of the ice. And the winner.
Do me a favor, please not hit the staff of our ice hockey team. All right, 3, 2.
Let's see who the winner will be, how close they'll get. Tell you what, there's some pretty good tosses in there. Oh boy, that might be the one right there that's coming up.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, please stop. Please refrain from throwing the pucks anymore so that our ice team can clear the pucks safely. Thank you for your participation in tonight's Chuck a Puck.
There's our man Mike Crisafulli wearing many hats, being forced to make a decision as to which one's closer. There it is. There's your puck toss. We'll now head to a interview with one of the members of the Drexel hockey team. Stay with us here at Intermission. We'll be right back.
You have won a free t-shirt.
Urbani is with us here on the Drexel Hockey Network. And Nick, welcome into the hot seat here. Appreciate you taking some time with us. How has the summer been for you as you prepare for this season?
I think it's been a really good summer. It's been very relaxing, and now kind of I've had my first year here and I know what to expect. It makes it easier coming into my second year here, but it's definitely been a good summer getting ready for this year.
How was your last year with the program, and how would you kind of grade things from a team perspective, from a personal perspective, and kind of carrying that forward into the late stages of last year?
Yeah, I mean, last year it was probably at first it was a bit of an eye-opening experience coming from high school and coming to college hockey, but it was definitely an awesome year. A lot of fun with the guys, great group of guys that we have here, and just coming in and being accepted, not quite accepted, but like brought into the locker room so quickly with all the older guys was definitely awesome. I think we had 3 rookies on the team, 3 freshmen. I think all of us would say that the older leadership definitely brought us in and made us feel very welcome and part of the family very quickly.
So you're already somewhat of a young veteran given the experience and the time that you logged on the ice last year. So how do you kind of balance that now? You have a lot of other young folks that have come up. Maybe they played last year at the D2 level. Maybe they're coming in and just going right to D1. How do you see your role there from a mentorship perspective and bringing some of those young guys along?
Yeah, I mean, with coming in and going through that last year, I definitely feel a responsibility that with like a lot of the young guys, especially defensemen, just to like help them along, and any advice I can give them at all, whether it's like off the ice or on the ice, things I would do, or just like how to help them and make their lives easier. Just the same that I received last year from older guys. Anything I can help them with is definitely, I'm always here to ask questions or helping them as much as I can. Just makes the team better and helps them make that transition easier.
So part of playing hockey at this level is that you're traveling all over the place for some of these games and spending a lot of time with the guys. What's the best part of a road trip, and what's one part you could live without?
So I think everyone that's in class at the time would say the one thing they could live without is homework. They don't want to do homework on the road. It's not a lot of fun. But I would say the best part is just being around the guys. And when you're on campus playing home games, yes, we're all hanging out and we're all spending time together, but when we're on the road in the hotel, you really are all together at all times. And I would say hanging out with everyone is definitely the best part.
That's great. That's great. All right, in your time here at Drexel, what is the funniest thing that any coach has ever said? And could you pinpoint it, and then what was it?
I don't know.
And can you say it on air?
I almost hate to keep adding on to the guy, but when
Derek,
the coaches,
I'm sorry, man.
when the coaches make fun of Derek in the locker room for not saying anything, that always lightens the mood a lot and gets everyone laughing.
Derek, we're gonna need more out of you this year, man. I tell you, it's almost unanimous. That's great. That's great. And so, last question for you. This year, the goal, everybody is talking about it, win a game at Nationals. How do you guys do that? What step do you need to take, or what's the difference this year?
I think in terms of the goal, like the goal is obviously winning a game, but how to get there almost isn't looking ahead. It isn't worrying about that already. It's taking the necessary steps every day, just getting a little bit better now to the point where by the time that we get there, we're the best team that we could possibly be. And I think it's just taking it day by day to get there and not looking ahead.
Good stuff. We'll be following along. Thanks for being on with us, and best of luck this year.
Thank you.
Jeremy Wick with us now here on the Drexel Hockey Network. And Jeremy, a great season last year for you and the team, a great run all the way to Nationals. What's your biggest takeaway from the 2018-2019 season?
I think we put together a really good season last year, had 30 wins. I think we achieved a lot. When you put together, no, we didn't get that ECHA championship or that natty win, but I thought it was really one of the closest we did get to achieving it. We lost 5-4 to Oklahoma, but all in all, it was a good year. And I think really this year we have a really good opportunity to build on it. We only lost a few guys, and we got a lot of good incoming freshmen here. So I think this is our year that we can even build on that and even have a better season than we did last year.
We're asking folks about this on these interviews, the experience in Dallas. What was that like as a team, both from a competition standpoint and from a bonding standpoint? What do you think that experience did for you guys as you build into this season?
Yeah, I think anytime you can get to nationals, all the best teams in the countries are there. So you get the opportunity to watch these teams play, learn something from just watching them, and kind of going through the whole entire process. I think if you haven't been there before, there's a lot of pressure on guys. This is your opportunity. Like, you want to win, you want to play big, and I don't know. I think once you kind of get comfortable in that, the next time around, you're more comfortable and you're going to play better.
How's summer been?
Summer's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun on campus. I think everybody's been enjoying it, taking some time off, hopefully hitting the gym for everybody, and I think everybody's ready to go now.
From a summer standpoint, what does that look like for a hockey player like yourself and your teammates? Obviously, that time to decompress and relax and have some fun, but from a hockey perspective, what does the summer look like for you?
Yeah, so I'd probably say, season ends in March. I say most guys probably take all of April, maybe May off, and then maybe start June is when kind of guys start to get back on the ice, get back in the swing of things. I would say most guys in the team do like a summer league where maybe you skate once to twice a week. So you're getting on the ice a little bit and then kind of just hitting the gym, kind of somewhat staying fresh and somewhat staying sharp. You're not grinding where you're wearing your body down, but just enough to you can stay sharp when preseason comes around.
So I know a lot of you guys know we talked to Dylan Dignan, who's moving up from D2 to D1. How's that going to be having him behind the bench with you guys?
I think anytime you can get one more voice there in the locker room and on the bench, it's going to help any of us. Just all of our coaches are great, and the more help we get, I think it's even going to be better.
And I've asked a bunch of guys this, but the game you have circled on the calendar this year, or games?
Definitely the Navy. I know we do that every year. Navy, and I would say even Westchester, too, is starting to, ever since they joined our division, I think they're kind of one of our big rivals now. They're probably going to be our toughest match of the year. They're probably the number 2 team in our division. So between Navy, Westchester, and Nova are probably the 3 biggest games we got.
And then you see the ice from a very different vantage point than anybody else, obviously. And what you'll see when you get to class of 1923 this year is a far different facility in general. Yep. How excited are you and the rest of this team for?
I think it's about time. There are some needed upgrades. I think the lighting is going to be the biggest thing for everybody. I think you guys are especially going to notice it. I will second that, yes. For all the home watchers, the lighting is going to be the big one. So I think that's going to help everybody.
That's good. Well, I wish you the best this season. We'll be watching and appreciate your time with us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
On with us here on the Drexel Hockey Network. And Jim, looking forward to the year here, 2019-2020, back at it for another year of Drexel Hockey. What's the thing you're most looking forward to for this campaign?
Really just getting back on ice with the guys. Starting off hot right next week, 2 weekends in Buffalo. So really just getting back out there and right away getting back to playing with everybody. Everyone's been off on the summer, kind of on their own, just trying to stay on the ice and get ready. So to have everyone back together would be good.
Well, and we're talking here at the training camp in September, and I have to imagine that this is a very crucial couple of weekends to get everybody back together for the first time. And you guys are on the ice quickly in game situations. What does a day like today do for you guys getting out there?
One, just getting back on the ice and getting that chemistry going again, just picking up where we left off, and just bringing the new guys in, getting them feel welcome and up to speed with how the game's going, getting ready to move forward.
What, from a perspective of this team and this chemistry, how do you think the new guys coming in, because you do have quite a depth of talent, young guys coming up, how do you think you guys will grow and mature together this season?
Yeah, I think with just the large core guys that we have from last year and the success that we had, just having new faces, new different skill sets and talents to have them come in, be able to help them transition to here and just become part of the family and help us succeed with our goal next year.
From a perspective of the games that are on the calendar this year, obviously you guys circle games on the calendar, and I think I might even know your answer based on the other folks I've talked to. But if you could pick 1 or 2 games that you really are looking forward to this year, what would they be?
I mean, I think everyone could say the Navy game in Westchester is going to be a good battle, and yeah, we're all definitely looking forward to all the games against those guys.
I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to, among other things, is coming to class in 1923 this year, a new venue essentially, totally redone from top to bottom, new boards, new lighting, a new roof, etc. What about for you guys? What's the best part of having essentially new digs for your home rink?
Yeah, I think it's great that I'm excited to see what the changes they've made. I think it'll be good, especially earlier in the year with all the fog that we've had. It would be nice with the new roof that hopefully we don't have any of those problems anymore.
Yeah, I think back to the old days, and it was back in like the 70s or something like that. It might have even been when the Flyers were in the Stanley Cup against the Sabres, because it definitely happened up in Buffalo, where they had to send the guys out on the ice when there was a whole bunch of fog there to essentially just skate in circles to try to lift the fog and get the game underway. And yeah, I don't think that'll be an issue this year anymore, which is great. So a couple of hot seat questions for you. Funniest guy on the team?
I'd go with Chris Hagen. Just some of the stuff that comes out of his mouth is you're not really expecting it, but he's always got something to say. Whatever you have, he's got a way to make it funny.
Is it like a dry, quick wit type of thing, or?
He's just everything he's got to say. He just knows how to make individually. Just each guy, he knows what gets them going and makes them laugh.
And then who will say something that'll make you think, and what's an example of that?
I think there's a few guys. I'll have to go with Cam Neely. Spent a lot of time on the road, especially as his roommate, and sitting next to him in the stall. And some of the stuff he asked me, whether it's about school or just life in general, just really makes you think. Sometimes where his head's at, and sometimes just it really makes you think about whatever. Yeah.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Well, hey, I appreciate you taking some time with us, answering some of the hard questions here. We'll be watching you out there on the ice this year, and wish you guys the best of luck.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. We're here with alternate captain Jamie Crane on the Drexel Hockey Network. Jamie, appreciate you being with us here today. And I'll start with this. We come into September, and you guys are in training camp, and you'll be on the ice skating against live opponents very quickly. What's the job of an alternate captain, and how has this offseason been different for you than prior ones?
I think everyone's ready to get back after it. I think a big thing is really getting out there and like setting the tone. We've had some good summer skates. Everybody's excited to be back on the ice, and I mean, for me, I feel like I really got to go out there and, like I said, set the tone, get everybody going, and get everybody ready for the upcoming weekends. This summer is a little bit different. I feel like I have a little bit of different perspective on things coming ahead. Last year I wasn't sure what to expect coming in as a transfer, but I think we had a good year, and I'm definitely ready to get back after it.
So you mentioned about setting the tone when it comes to Welcome back inside the class of 1923 arena, about to commence the third period here on the Drexel Hockey Network. Once again, Bob Long here with you up in the booth. It's a 2-0 lead for the Drexel Dragons. 2 goals scored by Zane Reynolds, the newcomer, who played at the D2 level last year and was the star on that team along with Jared Ortiz, called up to the D1 squad and making an impact early. His ability to skate, get by defenders, be strong on the puck, and of course to finish. The reasons why he's been a valued member to this team early on in the year. 2 great passes from defensemen on each of those goals for Drexel. And then, of course, Pat McGinley drops off the last one at the doorstep on a 2-on-none. Zane Reynolds on the board twice. A whole bunch of assists to go around for those 2 goals. And a really impressive start to the game here tonight through 2 periods for Drexel against a really good NYU team, and a team that's going to continue to fight over the course of the evening. It's going to be a great period. Excited to bring it to you. We'll be right back. Now going to send you to the ice as we await puck drop. Bob Long on play-by-play, Mike Crisafulli on camera. Drexel will start a man down. Zane Reynolds in the penalty box. A late penalty in that period. Drexel actually did not touch up before the end of the period. It hit triple zeros on the clock beforehand. So that penalty was assessed at the conclusion of the period. And now Reynolds will serve the 2 minutes starting upon this puck drop. Third and final period of regulation, and we're underway. Reagan Wartz had the puck and fed it along to Giancarlo Pocontesta for NYU. Pocontesta will now chip up the ice, and that one heads down the alley towards the Zamboni, and we'll get another face-off. Just 12 seconds have come off the clock thus far. NYU wins another face-off, and Wartz, that one I think hit the referee, and now nearly a big collision there is turning on at number 3, Connor Kurzenabe. Flipped across the ice, a pretty good pass, dropped ahead. Kurzenabe fortunate there, and now is able to clear, but that pass was not good. The second pass there from NYU. The first was spectacular, but had a pretty good opportunity to get an offensive look. Nobody knows where the puck is. I think it's going to be stuck in somebody's uniform, and at some point it's going to fall out. We still can't find the puck. Maybe they'll find it by the time they go to sleep tonight. I'm looking out there. I don't think either now a referee has pulled a puck out. No, he's not. They don't have a puck. So the puck was lost on the play. My guess would be it would be in Reagan Wartz's uniform somewhere. But if it wasn't Wartz, I don't think Drexel made any changes. We could see a puck fall out at any moment here. And so now we're going to get a stoppage. And they're going to bring this face-off outside of the NYU offensive zone. I suppose they had to make a decision as to where the puck was lost, which player lost it. NYU not happy. Not one you see every day, and the head coach of NYU is having an impassioned discussion on the other side of the ice with the referees. But the faceoff will stay outside the zone. Faceoff was controlled there initially by Mac Bryce, and now NYU able to carry it into the zone. Nice pass across the way. Top of the circle, good move there by Brandon Ritchie, sent across. At the other circle, it's given away. Cameron Neely, it's one-on-one. Neely goes down. No call. Pretty good defensive play, I would say, by NYU. This one dropped off at the point, moving forward to the top of the circle and now behind the net. James Schickling is back there working hard, trying to get the puck, as is Tyler Black. Nick Urbani now takes it behind the net, tried to send it out of the zone. Drexel still 20 seconds left of being a man down, but working on yet another penalty kill. Down to 14 seconds. Black takes care of the offensive player for NYU, and this is sent down the ice. Patrick McGinley forces Cavanaugh out of the net as he nudges it against the side boards. 5-on-5 hockey as we tick under 18 minutes to play in this third period. Drexel leading 2-0. Comes to the line, but not out. A big-time block there by Zane Reynolds. And a good stick lift from Patrick McGinley. Reynolds unable to clear, kept in the zone at the far point. Black tried to poke it back behind the net and does. Boy, that's good stick work there. And here comes Reynolds. Reynolds pulls it up and gives it away. Jeremy Wick makes the stop. We were looking for possession all over the place. That was a pretty good play by Black. And this one, if I'm Reynolds, I'm just chipping it off the side boards. I think he gets a little bit delicate at the point of attack there, and that causes the turnover. Jeremy Wick, though, there to bail him out. Kurzenabe flips it high off the boards. Tapped forward, coming right to the blue line, but not out. Eugene Lim was in there. Lim and Kurzenabe, this time it will get out of the zone, and here's an opportunity for Jamie Crane. That one went up into the netting and actually out of the rink altogether. That slides back behind the netting, but man, what a bounce off the boards that led to this. Puck coming up to Jamie Crane. That's one way to turn defense into offense. 17:06 to play, third period. Drexel with a 2-0 lead. Aaron Carmichael can't control the faceoff, whipped behind the net by Blake Howard. Howard now plays it forward for Mac Bryce. Kept in by Kurzenabe, but only for a second. Here is Mac Bryce. Right in, saved by Wick, and then it's scored. Andrew Williamson follows it up for NYU, and they've cut the deficit in half. Here's the first shot. Wick gets a piece, but it pops right up. Hit out of midair. What an unbelievable goal by Andrew Williamson. There's the tail end once again. Andrew Williamson. That was impressive, and it's 2-1 Drexel. Aiden Wright carries across the red line. Somehow that one stays in the rink, hit the top part of the glass and stayed in. Jamie Crane whisks it behind the net. A big hit there on the side boards. Wright loses the puck. Hagan feeds it across, and here's Wyeth Cool to do the rest. But turned over, and that's offside. Hagan, a pretty good play here, understanding there's some space across the ice. Wyeth Cool. Drexel's had a little bit of trouble clearing it. And NYU worrying a little bit too much about that hit and unable to come out of the zone. Not great communication that time from NYU. But there has been more of a sustained offensive effort from NYU without a doubt in this period. Here's Zane Reynolds. Reynolds tried to slap it towards the net, didn't get it. And that one tipped forward by NYU. Now a race for it. It's won by Drexel. Reynolds will try it again, spinning it forward. Flipped back behind by Nick Castura. Pat McGinley could not get there. A referee went down. It's 1-on-none. Wick out there to get it. Great play there by the netminder for Drexel, and this will head wide of the net and will be an icing. Again, Wick has to make a decision right here, and there he comes aggressively and confidently out to send that to the side boards and prevent that goal-scoring opportunity. Pat McGinley. Sent across by Pocantesta. Good pass up the ice, and here comes Mac Bryce. Bryce set up the last scoring opportunity as he now goes down back behind the net. Pocantesta takes the shot. That one did get all the way to Jeremy Wick, and he pushed it forward. Now right in front, they score! This time it is Mac Bryce off the assist from Brandon Ritchie. Just like that, it's 2-2. Forecheck back behind the net. Ritchie brings it in front. Drexel doesn't pick up Bryce. And that's too easy for NYU. They've tied this thing up at 2, 15:08 to play. And NYU wins another faceoff. So now time for Drexel to dig deep and see what they can do. We're all nodded at 2. An NYU team that took down number 18 Syracuse twice last weekend. They get another shot right on. Wick made the first save. Still control here for NYU. Aiden Wright feeds it across. A shot comes wide off a deflection. Wright plays it back to the point and nobody was there. Nobody overlapped for him. Back to get it, James Long. NYU getting a change as Drexel brings it up the ice. Nathan Runk lost the puck into the neutral zone. Going down hard was a member of the Drexel team, as now bringing it on is David Rosales with the shot that goes just high. Up to the point, kept in by Pocontesta. NYU gets a few guys to the bench. Fresh legs entirely out there for NYU as it's played back to the point. That shot comes right on and into the belly of Jeremy Wick off the stick of Reagan Warts. Warts, a big, strong defenseman, a guy who can really unleash a wrister, and that's exactly what he did here. And it's saved there by Wick. Wyeth Cool back behind the net. Drexel looking for a clearance. Played forward. Here's an opportunity for Drexel. Aaron Carmichael. Carmichael tried to toe drag it, staying with it well. Number 12, Aiden Wright. Now Coleman shifts it forward. Crane wasn't looking for it. Carmichael with the shot. It goes just wide. That was from point blank range. Kavanaugh got big. Jeremy Wick will have to cover this one up, and the faceoff will come in the NYU offensive zone with 13:19 to play in the third and final period of regulation and some extracurriculars. Drexel did not appreciate NYU standing over Wick. Not a ton there, to be honest. NYU has been successful here in the third period on faceoffs. They win another one there. Tyler Black, good play up the ice. Castura plays up for Zane Reynolds. Reynolds let that puck roll off his stick. And now it's cleared out. Tyler Black lets that one go over his stick as well. He'll win the race for it. Not out of trouble yet, though, as he takes a big hit. Awkward bounce off the wall is going to help Drexel here. McGinley plays forward. Gianluca Travia pressing forward from his defenseman spot. McGinley goes down. Back behind the net, NYU able to calmly turn on it. And here they come the other way. That pass eludes the stick, and it will be an icing as Nick Urbani wins the race to the dot. NYU certainly had an opportunity here, just a misguided pass. Led his target a little bit too much. Headed for a fun finish here tonight. Kurzenabe, that shot got all the way through and it was deflected in front by Schickling. Great job by Kavanaugh to stay on it. One more look, Kyle Weller. A great face-off man wins that one. Here's Connor Kurzenabe. Looks up, sees Schickling, and he got a tip on it, forcing Kavanaugh to just get big and make the save as he did. This time NYU controls the face-off. Eugene Lim trying to keep it in but cannot. Kurzenabe along the near side boards along with Eugene Lim. Kyle Weller now chases after it, but first there was number 21, Cole Donovan. Now Donovan comes back onto it. It's 2-on-1 for NYU. Flipped high, Jeremy Wick knocked it down with the glove. Weller whacks it along the near side. This one sent forward and will get out of the zone. Good drop off that time from Urbani. Schickling a shot. Blockered there by Kavanaugh. Eugene Lim feeds it back below the goal line. Coming up with it now, number 21, Cole Donovan. Donovan sends along the far side. Tyler Black pushes it forward. It goes wide of net as it's fired in from NYU. And a change for NYU. Schickling and Drexel trying to take advantage as that pops up and into the stands. 11:18 to play, third period. It's Drexel 2, NYU 2. Drexel scored 2 in the second period. From newcomer to the D1 team, Zane Reynolds. NYU is countered with 2 of their own here in the third, and we got ourselves a good hockey game between 2 really good ACHA teams. This one to the point, Tyler Black feeds it to the far side, and now sent in front to the dot. NYU comes back the other way. Black and Travia glide into this one as they play catch behind their own net. Black, good vision up the ice. Hagan, that pass just eludes the stick of Crane, and now it'll be an icing. Just those little mistakes for Drexel here in the third period, as that could have been a nice offensive building opportunity. It'll be David Rosales to take the face-off for NYU, but this time Drexel controls it. It's Aaron Carmichael who is in the face-off circle. Black just kind of toying with NYU, but then whiffs on the pass. Drop back behind the net. Gianluca Travia working really hard there defensively. But number 17, James Orn, in there for NYU on the forecheck. Pushed along to the far side boards. Crane trying to clear but cannot. Back behind the net, Wick will get a touch. Travia will drop it back. Tyler Black sends it off the boards, and this will go all the way down. That's another icing. One more look. I think Black maybe just panicked a little bit with that defender coming on and just sent it all the way down the ice. Certainly he had to know that was going to be an icing. NYU with possession right in front. Jeremy Wick goes high and covers it up. Great play by Jeremy Wick right at the point of attack. That was dangerous. Here's another look. A little backhand puts it in front. Again, unmarked man right in front. Hagan a little late getting there, but got there at the very end, and Jeremy Wick. That's a big save at a big moment. The captain, Patrick McGinley, is kicked out of the face-off circle. Zane Reynolds got a stick on that one as there was a fight for the puck. Long shot comes in. Jeremy Wick makes the save. Reagan Warts with that wrister from the blue line. Tail end of this one here is Wirtz. Comes into it, glides, and lets it rip. Good save by Jeremy Wick. Again, jammed in front for Wick, but it came across the crease. 9:40 to play. McGinley into the neutral zone, flipped up into the offensive zone, and we get a whistle. And that might have been tipped and into the penalty box. Indeed it was. They'll get the puck and start this thing again. 9:34 to play. Well, undoubtedly the third period has been NYU's period, and even after it's been 2-2, it's been sustained offensive effort from NYU in the Drexel zone. Jeremy Wick has been good in the last 5 minutes to keep NYU off the board, but Drexel now looking to flip the script offensively and create some chances. But first, one more for NYU. Can't get the shot off. They tried to turn and fire. Back to the point. Instead, they'll dump it below the goal line. Good play there by Connor Kurzenabe, but still possession for NYU. Turning on it now, number 21, Cole Donovan. Flipped across to the top of the circle. Good defensive play there by number 5 for Drexel, Nick Castura, and forces it up and into the netting. We'll get a face-off with 9:03 to play. Jeremy Wick catches that one. We'll do it again with 8:57 to play. Another look at that face-off. Bit of a soft wrister coming from Brandon Ritchie. Schickling. Cameron Neely's there first. Neely drops it across. Fiore was there, but that pass was a bit ahead of him. Fiore and Neely working together. NYU intercepted the pass and is able to clear, but no possession as Schickling winds it back into the NYU defensive zone as Drexel gets a change. NYU carries it forward. Wyeth Cool did just enough without committing a penalty for interference. Dropped in front, Schickling there turning on it. Able to get it to the line, but not out. NYU will get a change. Cool, an ambitious pass, and it's intercepted as a result. Richie Doherty pumps it back behind the net. Cool is there along the near side boards. Wyeth Cool pops it high. Cameron Neely is there. One touch, one more touch, but unable to clear it once again. Here could be a good look for NYU. The shot goes high from an off angle. Kept in there along the half board on the far side. Jim Schickling plays back for Wyeth Cool. But again, a good forecheck from NYU, making life difficult on Drexel. And finally, Drexel will clear. End of a long shift. Wholesale changes, a full line change for Drexel. Now another ambitious pass. This time it comes from NYU. But they do at least get it into the Drexel defensive zone. Tyler Black, nice pass there, tipped by Hagan, and Eugene Lim will chase. 7 minutes exactly to play in this third period, all tied at 2. Sent forward, and Drexel wins the race to the dot. NYU's not going to like it, and I don't blame them. I certainly thought that Scott Mulligan's going to win this race. Let's take one more look in slow-mo. Boy, that looks like Mulligan. Drexel's going to get a look offensively. 6:49 to play. Shots nearly even. NYU 23, Drexel 22. But it's been in the favor of NYU here in this third period. That one whipped hard, nearly went into the bench, but did catch the glass. Dropped right in front. Right there was Kyle Weller. Here's a shot that does get all the way through to Jeremy Wick, and he makes the save once again. That one through some traffic. One more look at this shot from the point. Through 2 layers of traffic, and Jeremy Wick stays right with it. Weller cautiously plays it forward for Hagan. That's a good pass for Eugene Lim. Taken off his stick, but Hagan keeps it in and wraps it around the net. Kyle Weller, that one rolled over his stick. Eugene Lim gets down, but a good flip pass from NYU, and here they come. Bryce flips it behind the net, and going down on the play was another one of his attackmen, Eugene Lim, with a pass. Nice job by Hagan to come up with that. Good pass here for Kyle Weller. Weller's shot is cut down by the angle by Patrick Cavanaugh. Eugene Lim somehow keeps the puck on his stick, backhands it, but no Drexel Dragons were in the area. So now NYU will carry it, led by Blake Howard, but an offside as that puck was tipped. Took some of the velocity off it. The flyby from the rest of the NYU offense into the zone, and hence the icing, or the offside, I should say. .5:41 to play in the third period. A good one here from the class of 1923 Arena. Bob Long on play-by-play, Mike Grisafulli on camera for the Drexel Hockey Network. And that one rolls over the stick of Andrew Williamson. Boy, that's pretty good work from NYU, though, to create another opportunity. Bryce hit hard as Gianluca Travia did not worry about the puck, but he went right after the man as the puck was on his stick. Tipped there by Zane Reynolds. This will be whisked wide by Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh has trouble with it. It is loose and now covered up by the netminder for NYU, Patrick Cavanaugh. 5:04 to play in the third period. As you see on the right-hand side of your screen, we are still deadlocked at 2. A look from our sky cam here as the faceoff is controlled by NYU. Played back up the ice, 1-on-none. Jeremy Wick makes a huge save. What a save there by Wick on James Orn, who had a 1-on-none. Deflected high into the backboards. NYU again on the forecheck. Orn a second time. Wick a second time. NYU pushed it into the net, and the referee blew it dead. NYU thought they had their third goal. David Rosales, you're going to see at the tail end here, punches it forward. You see that whistle. The referee went to his mouth, and that's approximately when the whistle went. See if we can get this one more time. That's the tail end of it. That's Rosales celebrating, but blown off. 2-2, 4:38 to play. Jamie Crane pushes it forward. This may get there for icing, and it will. And Drexel's not going to be pleased about that one. A leisurely skate back to the goal line by NYU. Especially at the end there. I can understand Zoldy's concern, head coach Kyle Zoldy. 4:32 to play. That will find its way out of the zone and into the neutral zone. Turning on it now. Aaron Carmichael plays it forward. Jamie Crane hit hard into the boards. And that's a pretty easy call. Now it's unfortunate he kind of lost his skate. And I think that's going to be the argument from Reagan Warts, but when you go down like that, it's starting to fall here, and Warts times him up and drills him into the board. That's absolutely a penalty. And so now Drexel has an opportunity with 4:06 to play, and for the first time in this period, to go on the power play. Face-off won by Drexel, and they'll start the 5-on-4 with possession. Kept in by Urbani, played forward, good look in front from McGinley, and he pushed it right across the blue paint, nobody there. Nice pass from Christopher Hagan. Shot comes from Urbani. Hagan plays it across, the shot, big save from Cavanaugh, they score on the rebound. Drexel takes the lead again. It's 3-2. With 3:44 to play. Here's that first shot. Kyle Weller with the backhand. It comes to him, and that's the goal. Boy, an unbelievable save to start from Patrick Cavanaugh, but Weller gets that dirty goal, throws the backhand on it. Able to trickle through 5-hole and put Drexel in the lead again, 3-2. Drexel makes good on their power play opportunity here in the third period. 3 minutes, 35 seconds to play. Stoppage here. We're going to have to get a face-off in the zone. Drexel flips this one high. This will get on net and prevent the icing. 3:10 to play. And Drexel will get the face-off in their offensive zone. In a period that was all NYU for the majority of it, amazing how special teams can make the difference. Ill-advised play from Reagan Wartz to jam Jamie Crane into the boards. He went face first. An easy penalty call from the referee. Creates the 5-on-4 for Drexel, and within 30 seconds, they take the lead. Now, can they hold it for the next 3 minutes as we're under 3 to play now in the third and final period of regulation? Nick Castura got it to the red line, flicked it forward. Zane Reynolds, what a play there. He's shoved into the backboards, but creates some possession, makes it difficult, and once again, we'll get a face-off in Drexel's offensive zone. That's all you can ask for your guys, from your guys like Zane Reynolds, from your guys like Nick Castura, is pump that puck deep, forecheck, control the puck when you can, and have your defenders pulling back and being very conservative with their decision making. Crane on the puck, but turning with it now Parker Richards. It's a race across the ice for it. What a great play from Reagan Wartz. Now 2-on-1. Wartz right in front, a poke check there. Poking at it was Jeremy Wick at the moment of truth. 2:20 to play. Maybe just a little bit too much carrying of the puck that time from Kurzene, but now here's Carmichael with the shot that goes off the blocker. Turning in at center ice is Alex Peck. Peck brings it in, comes in on net, and big stop by Jeremy Wick. 1:50 to play. Cavanaugh still in the net for NYU. When will we see the sixth skater? Dropped right in front. Here comes Drexel the other way. It's sent all the way down the ice. Jamie Crane is happy enough with an icing just to get another look at it. I think Crane had more options. I think he could have flipped that high. My apologies that we were on that other camera angle for just a little bit there. We'll keep it on the main feed the rest of the way. 1:37 to play. Timeout called by NYU. Cavanaugh remains in the net. And if you're Kyle Zoldy right now, you're asking your guys for 97 more seconds of guts and grit. Throw your body on the line. Get that clearance when you can. Take that icing if you need to, like Crane just did. Live to see another day. For over 125 years, Drexel University has been uniting academia and industry to empower the next generation of leaders. Enroll in graduate and executive education programs at Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business and join over 40,000 alumni who are transforming their careers and industry. Learn more at drexellebeau.com. As mentioned, we're going to keep it on this main camera feed the rest of the way here in the third period. There's 1:37 to play. Drexel 3, NYU 2. Key face-off here. McGinley in the circle. Controlled by Drexel, wrapped around the boards. It is kept in at the line by number 12, Aiden Wright. We're going to play it back to Wright. Here comes Kavanaugh to the bench. Sixth skater is out there for NYU. 1:18 to play. Drexel trying to maintain their spacing. Urbani, that one comes off the leg of his teammate. Nearly able to clear. Zane Reynolds was looking for a hat trick. He'll be content to just take some time off the clock. Here comes NYU on another rush. Urbani, he'll try. It heads towards the net, and it's a goal. Nick Urbani puts it away with 54 seconds on the clock. Drexel 4, NYU 2. There's the tail end of it from Urbani. Snipes it from center ice. This one is going to feel good for this Drexel team. A strong NYU team that beat number 18 Syracuse twice last week. And Drexel all the way up to number 19 in the country, proving that here tonight, taking down an NYU team that was chomping at the bit to get into this top 25. It's not going to happen after this game here tonight. 40 seconds left. Kavanaugh remains in the net. Tyler Black gets back there first for Drexel, evading Giancarlo Pocantesta. Now Eugene Lim carries it back up the ice. Aaron Carmichael content to flip it ahead. 11 seconds left in the hockey game. Eugene Lim along the back boards. Schickling is in there as well. And as we tick down to triple zeros, the Drexel Dragons take down NYU 4-2. What an effort from this Dragons team. They scored 2 in the second period. NYU controlled the first 14 or so minutes of the third period, scoring twice and evening things at 2. An ill-advised and an ill-timed penalty from Reagan Warts put Drexel on the power play with about 5 minutes to play, and within 30 seconds of that power play commencing, they took a 3-2 lead behind the goal from Kyle Weller. And then a late empty netter from center ice by Nick Urbani closes the door shut, and the Drexel Dragons D1 hockey team wins their first home game of the year. Welcome back for the Dragons. A brand new set of boards, a new roof, new lighting. Same old Drexel Dragons hockey. They owned this place like a fortress last year, and here they start this year against a very quality ACHA D1 opponent and take them down 4-2. As they salute the fans here at the class of 1923 arena. We expect to have interviews coming up at some point soon here this evening. Guys are going to get cleaned up a little bit and make their way up here along with some of the coaching staff. So stay tuned. We're going to give you some interviews that we've done in the past just to stave along the time.
And now for the stars of the game. Third star, number 10, Nick Urbani. Second star, number 17, Kyle Weller. And first star, number 9, Zane Reynolds.
Stars of the game, Nick Urbani with 2 goals. The third star of the game, Kyle Weller with the go-ahead and game-winning goal. The second star, and then Zane Reynolds scored 2 goals, got Drexel on the board early and often. He is your first star of the game here this evening. Again, hang with us. We'll have interviews shortly. You're watching the Drexel Hockey Network. The Dragons a winner, 4-2. It's been Bob Long on play-by-play. Mike Crisafulli back behind the camera. Thanks to him for his help, and we'll be right back. Intermission here on the Drexel Hockey Network, and we have Nathan Runk with us here in studio. Nathan, how are you? Thanks so much for coming on, and boy, looking forward to a big-time season here in 2019-2020.
I'm feeling pretty good. This off-season definitely helped a lot just to get back into things. Definitely been working out a lot just to keep in hockey shape, but I'm looking forward to just getting together with the boys again, getting to wake up early and practice. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, we're sitting here at tryouts, I guess this technically is.
Training camp.
Training camp in the fall. Break us down, if you could, what this time frame means. Obviously, you guys are just getting back together after the summer. How key are these next couple weekends for you guys to kind of filter through what will then be chemistry for the season?
I think they're crucial. I think with training camp, it's just to get your legs back. And tryouts, you really just got to show what you got. But then once the teams are picked, I think the first couple weeks are just obviously to get together, catch up, like if you haven't seen somebody for like the off season, but like we get things started pretty quickly, so we really just have to be all business, just focus in on like our overall goal, which is to get the Nationals and to win our first game there.
Well, that's a great segue. We've been talking, one of the constants of these interviews is talking about that experience down there in Dallas, and it was a tremendous comeback effort, a really good experience, I would guess, for you guys. Yeah. What did that mean for the team, and how do you feel that, though that was months ago, is going to carry forward over the course of this season?
Well, I think it just shows that we can compete with anybody as long as we just bond together. I mean, especially in that third period, that was probably one of the best periods of hockey our team has played. So I think we can definitely build off of that into this new season.
That's great. No, that's great. And so for you then as well, continuing to step up into a role with the departures of some of the seniors last year, including Dylan, who was a tremendous player, and Jim, who kind of anchored that backside there. What does the role look like for you, but then also some of the other younger guys that are stepping up into veteran roles now?
I'd say with me, like the biggest thing that I can bring is just like physicality to the game and also just like speed. Obviously, last season wasn't great when it came to scoring. I'm looking to step that up a little bit. But I think with a lot of the rookies too, they need to, I guess, accept the role that they're in, but don't be satisfied with it. Try and get better and try and get into a better role than what they start out with. I think to keep a positive mindset definitely helps as well.
So who, now to the fun ones here, who's the funniest player on the hockey team, and why?
I'd have to go with Fior, just because he's my line mate. So
he's got a couple votes already.
Yeah, I mean, just being on the bench with him, like we could have a bad shift or something, but he always knows what to say to keep the mood light and just to go back out there and want to do better. Definitely last year, he helped me a lot because I had a couple tough games, but he kept me positive.
That's great. And then who's the most, I struggle with the correct adjective, but let's say profound. Who's the most profound player in the team and who really kind of makes you think, whether that's good or bad?
I'd probably say Chris Hagen. He always keeps me on my toes. I mean, whatever he says, like I have to be ready for it, have to have a pretty good response or else he's going to let me hear it.
And then which coach... how do I ask this? They're all going to hear this. Which coach is the most? Which coach is the easiest to like make fun of? Let's put it that way. What are the things that the coaches do that you guys are making fun of in the locker room? All in good fun, of course.
I'd probably just say Derek. I mean, he's kind of the shy type. I know we let him hear it during the intermissions and at the end of the game because he's not a talkative guy. Like he doesn't really say much, but. It's all in good fun. I mean, nothing personal.
That's all about building the character of a team and chemistry. So that's why I asked the question. But it's things folks want to hear when they're getting to know you guys and watching you guys every week. So appreciate the time, Nathan. Best of luck with the season. Thanks for coming on. Intermission here on the Drexel Hockey Network. We have alt captain Pat McGinley with us here. Congratulations on that honor.
Thank you.
And how has that been over the off season, growing into this role?
Good. I'm ready for this year. I'm ready to step up. I'm just really ready to play as a team. Step up, and the goal is to go back to Dallas this year. That's what we're all wanting to do. We have some unfinished business. We're ready to get back at it. We've been working hard in the off season. Everybody's been in the gym. Been running, getting the wind up, so we're ready to go.
What was that like, going down to Dallas and being involved in a national tournament, everything that goes along with that, from on the ice to off the ice, and that entire, we'll call it, business trip for you guys down there?
Yeah, definitely. Dallas was one of the greatest experiences I've had. I've never been to a national tournament. Like, just playing on like a stage like that was so crazy. Just being in such a different environment and like seeing so many good teams, the competition that's out there is just crazy. And getting to go out there with the boys was just such a fun experience. We're hoping to do it again this year. One
of the things that I admired about your team last year when I saw you guys and broadcast your games is that you guys obviously had a lot of firepower in your top line, but the depth of the lines is what I could see. And you could just throw bodies out there, and a lot of teams in the league that you played just could not match that depth. What do you see this year? I've talked to the coaches. They're talking about an influx of talent and further strengthening that depth.
Yeah, definitely. We got a lot of promising freshmen coming in. Like you said, we have a really good core group of guys that I think we're going to all stay together and, continue to do great things. And we're going into this year positive, and, we're going to get back at it. So,
any games that are circled on the calendar this year?
Well, like I said, we have some unfinished business with Navy, definitely. Westchester, we're definitely coming for them. But other than that, we're not underestimating anyone. We're going to get back out there and give everyone our best shot.
So your head coach had trouble with a couple of these questions, but we're going to do some rapid fire in terms of your teammates. Who's the funniest guy on the team?
Oh, God. All right. Funniest guy?
Somebody sitting in this room off camera?
Oh, maybe. I might have to go with my man Carms over here. Kyle Fiore is also a guy who's up there. Anything that comes out of his mouth, I'm always just cracking up. I have to go Carms or Fiore on that one.
And what is it about those guys?
They bring great energy, lots of focus, lots of energy, as Carms always says. They're positive guys. They always uplift everyone in the locker room. They keep it light, so that's what we like.
This one legitimately left your head coach speechless.
Oh, man.
Who is the messiest guy on a road trip, and why?
Oh, man. I'm going to have to go with Cam Neely. 100% Cam Neely. Why? I don't know. He's a bowling ball. But we love the kid. Love him. But he's going to see this. He's going to be so mad. But nah, I'm just messing. But Cam Neely, definitely the messiest guy. I'm just going to leave it at
that. Who is the most, how do I say this? Like, who makes you think the most, whether good or bad?
Okay. Makes you think the most.
That could be profound or that could be quirky.
Let me think on that one. Maybe I might have to go Wick. Some of the stuff, he's off camera here, but some of the stuff he says just makes you think sometimes. You're just like, or Tim Mikulik, honestly, too. Tim Mikulik, just some of the stuff, he's just like, But he's great guys all around. Love him.
Great guys, yes. Yeah. There you go. Well, I appreciate you spending a couple time with us, a couple minutes with us in the Cauldron, and good luck with the season. Thanks for being with us on DHN, and we'll be out there watching.
Thank you very much.
All right, thanks, Pat. Drexel a winner, 4-2 over NYU, and now let's bring you into our broadcast booth. Bob Long and assistant coach Dylan Dignan alongside. Dylan, quite a hockey game there.
Yeah.
I don't know how else or more blunt to put it. You got two teams that can really skate, get to the puck, strong on the puck. I think that's a team that you could see potentially in a further situation, nationals, etc. Coming off a great week against Syracuse. How about that third period and the resilience of your team?
Yeah, so they came out, they were down 2-0, worst lead in hockey, obviously. So We didn't do a great job at, holding things down, taking penalties, that kind of stuff. Starting off is not great. But, yeah, it's great to see the boys battle back. It's great to see just not giving up, right? On the bench, everyone's lifting each other up. Everyone's still engaged in the game no matter what happens on our side. And that just shows the maturity of our group. So it was great to see.
I thought the turning point in that third period clearly was the penalty.
Yeah.
And Crane went down, clear penalty there. 30 seconds later, you guys are on the board, back in control of the hockey game.
Yeah.
What's the discussion about special teams opportunities and 5-on-4 looks for you guys, and what did you guys execute that particular time?
Yeah, so obviously every time we want to get on the board when we're on the power play. For that one in particular, it was more about making sure we have movement of the puck across from one side to the other side. So you saw Hags get the puck from on our near side here, throw it over to Weller, and just really spread them out. When you spread the PK out, then you're able to find seams into the net, get to the net, get a rebound, get dirty, get a goal. So, yeah, being able to convert on special teams is huge in every single game that we play in.
And being able to hang in that third period as well, 2 pretty quick goals. And then I thought Jeremy stepped up over the rest of that third period to really keep you guys in it.
Yes, yeah, he's amazing, right? He from the beginning, you can see every rebound is not going anywhere. It's going into the netting or right into his pads. He has always stepped up for us, and he's a rock back there. We're really grateful to have someone who's able to just control the game for us and slow things down. So,
Assistant Dylan Dignan with us here. Coach, great game. I'll let you go enjoy it. I know we got some players waiting to get in here as well.
Thanks,
congratulations on the win.
Thanks.
And in just a minute, we'll have some of the players for the Drexel Dragons coming on with us. Hang with us for about 45 seconds. And now we're so happy to be joined by the 3 stars of the game here, Nick Urbani, Kyle Weller, Zane Reynolds. Guys, congratulations on a big win there. And really a game of momentum changing, and you guys able to finish that one off with 2 goals late in the third period. Let's start with you, Nick. Being able to put that last one in, how good did that feel in the final minute?
Oh, I mean, there's nothing better than scoring in the last minute at home, especially when it's the home opener. I mean, I feel like the goal scorer can answer this one a little bit better, but to take the first one going to their place tomorrow, confident we're going to take the second one too, was big for sure.
And then, Kyle, for you, you scored the eventual game winner on a power play. What was the change in momentum that came with a power play look? It seemed as if NYU was on the puck, really was pushing the pedal to the metal late most of that third period. You guys get that power play look, and it seemed like you guys never looked back from there.
Yeah, so on the power play, we just used the open space to move the puck around a lot better than we were leading up to that, like in the first half of the third period.
Right.
So the lanes opened up, and I was just able to put it home after that. So that changed the momentum for us big time.
Absolutely, and for you there, you got a good first shot with the wrister, but able to just get that backhand in there. A dirty goal never hurt anybody. A really good follow there. What did you see on that play?
So I took the first shot, and obviously the goalie saved it, and it came back to me. So I just wanted to try and get it on net and hope it went in. And luckily it did.
And now, Zane, to you. You got Drexel on the board, my friend, twice.
Yeah.
Walk me through each goal if you could.
I think the first one was a U where Coleman made a really nice play over me on the wing. I was just kind of flying. Wasn't really trying to think about it too much, just put it far side, maybe get a rebound. And the second one, obviously, McGinley had a wonderful feed to me right out in front. Didn't have to do much, but glad that the guys around me were making good plays tonight, and I was in the right place at the right time, I guess. So.
And actually on both of those goals, because McGinley drops it off to you, there was another brilliant pass from the defense as well. Is that something that you guys work really hard on? I mean, maybe I should be asking you the vision from the opposing blue line there. What are you seeing on a play like that to create that opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, on the first goal, going into the draw, Pat McGinley said we wanted to run the slingshot play with him on the far boards, and he didn't quite win it right to me on the draw, but it almost worked even better because it went to the boards, and they weren't expecting it at that point, and I knew going into it that he was going to be streaking down the far wall, and I didn't actually see him before making the pass, but I just knew he'd be there working hard to the puck.
Zane, I'll ask you one more. Coming up from the D2 team last year, now returning to the first time, this is your first home game as a member of the D1 team.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
Definitely a change in pace from last year. Obviously, I practiced with the team a lot last year, so I know a lot of the guys. They welcomed me with open arms right away, but so far it's just been about keeping my head up, making the play, and I know I have a second longer than I thought I did, so I'm just trying to kind of get acclimated to the speed of everything, and so far so good.
Great job.
Yeah.
Kyle, for you, last question. The physicality in a game like this. This is a really physical NYU team. What do you think a game like this does for you guys as you move forward in the season?
I mean, we're going to have tough league games where they're going to play physical on us and try to get us off our game. So having a test like this early before league play starts, it's huge because it'll get us ready for the rest of the season.
Well, congratulations on the win, guys. Great job. Enjoy this one, and we'll be following along the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Awesome.
All right, this is the Drexel Hockey Network, your 3 stars of the game. Zane Reynolds, Kyle Weller, Nick Urbani, and Drexel a 4-2 winner. We'll see you guys next time here on DHN. Bob Long signing off for Mike Crisafulli on camera as well. Have a great rest of your evening, everybody, and take care.